Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. I'm here with one of the most specialist people on the planet, I think. That's Michelle Sperzel. She is CEO at Harbor House of Central Florida. And there are two events coming up. You know, y'all know how much I love Harbor House, and I love Walk a Mile in Her Shoes and everything that Michelle and her team do to make our community safer and better. But there's two events coming up, which Michelle's going to share with us. It Takes Courage and Cram the Van. Welcome back, Michelle. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Mr. Ted, with all of your spring flowers.
Our flowers, or Michelle, or before we went live, she was going, I'm like, I don't know. I'd have to look it up and Google it. Is there a hibiscus on here or a hydrangea?
There's definitely a hydrangea. Definitely.
But for those people who don't know about Harbor House, tell them Harbor House, its mission, and what kind of services Harbor House provides for our community.
So Harbor House, we are the certified domestic violence center that serves here in Orange County. So when people think about an emergency shelter for domestic violence, we are that. And then we also have an online crisis line. So someone is experiencing domestic violence, they can always reach out to us via our crisis line. But people don't have to need shelter in order to work with Harbor House. We have a lot of other programs that are out in the community. Our children's program that we have in the schools, in addition to here on campus, we have our on-site kennel. So people who are coming can bring their pets. But if we have a survivor that's living in the community who might have left the abuser and is living with a friend, but needs help with their pet, we can assist with that. We have attorneys that are over at the courthouse to be able to help someone file an injunction for protection. And we also have amazing advocates at the courthouse as well that can go in and really help someone understand the process of what's going on if they want to file an injunction. We have support groups that are online, and we also have support groups that are in person for individuals who are experiencing domestic violence. So a lot of different things going on to really be there to help survivors and their children and their pets and meet them where they are. Because getting to the other side of domestic violence is really hard. And so as much help and support we can offer in that journey by offering, helping people with their trying to career up or trying to find a new apartment, all of those different things, we're here to help someone.
It's absolutely amazing to me, the scope of the work that you all do at Harbor House for our community. And I think a lot of people, every time I do a show with you, people are like, I didn't even know Harbor House was here. I mean, there's a few good ways to look at that. And then there's also, this is why we do awareness kinds of events, and why you're getting out in the public so much. We did Walk a Mile in Her Shoes recently. That was just last month. Is that even possible?
I know.
That is just last month. And that's obviously to bring awareness to the community. So talk about it. We have two events coming up. Both are unique. I love both of them. So let's start with It Takes Courage.
So It Takes Courage is a very cool, innovative, and awareness raiser. It is oftentimes, I call it our volunteer recruitment for the organization, because a lot of times I ask people, how did you hear about Harbor House? They're like, oh, I did It Takes Courage. And so It Takes Courage is literally a door hanging campaign right here. So you might recognize this. They are more than just what people put on their door to let housekeeping know that they're sleeping in. These are amazing informational flyers that we put on doors to let people know about our crisis line. And we call it It Takes Courage because it takes courage to end abuse. It takes courage for someone to stand up and call our crisis line or text our crisis line. And we do this in conjunction with the local Orange County Sheriff, and then also we do it with OPD, so Orlando Police Department. And we have about 100 volunteers that are signed up. We're always looking for teams of more. And so we have volunteers that get assigned an area and an officer along with that. And then they get escorted to that area of Orange County, and they will go to apartment complexes or neighborhoods where we know that there's a high call rate from OPD or Orange County Sheriff's Office for domestic violence calls. And so what we do is those people might not be reaching out to us. We want to make sure that they have our number. And so we have volunteers that are literally going door to door, and they're putting these flyers on the doors. And it's in English and also in Spanish in order for us to be able to spread awareness and life-saving numbers to individuals who are experiencing domestic violence.
Amazing. So you can still get a team together. You can still participate.
Yes, you can. You can still get a team together. It's going to be at Millennial Mall, and it's this Saturday. And so you can reach out to our event coordinator. Her name is Courtney, and you can just reach out by going to info@harborhousefl.com and just say, hey, I'm interested in getting a team together and going out and being part of It Takes Courage. Since it's already pre-orchestrated, we can't really have people just show up in order to volunteer. This is one where we need you to sign up. And so you can also go to our Facebook page, look for the link there to be able to sign up. So it's a really cool experience. We have people who have been doing it for years. We have people who bring their kids out, and it's a family thing that they do together.
Beautiful. I love it. I think it's so brilliant. Bring the message to the people. That's what people who need it. All right, so that's this Saturday, and I'll obviously put all of that information down below in the comments, y'all. Tell us about Cram the Van.
So Cram the Van, that's just one of those wacky things that I was driving around and came up with, and for a good reason. So in the summer, we have a lot of kids, and so it's a good time for mom to leave because the kids are not in school. And so also when the kids aren't in school, they're here on our campus. We have right around 1,000 people who live with us every year. Half of them are kids. So we have 500 kids that would live with us at one point in time during our shelter. The majority of them are here when we have summertime. And so this event is really a laundry list, a shopping list, if you would call it that, of all the different things that we need during the summer with a lot of extra kids. So it's going to be, diapers and wipes. Sometimes we get diapers. Sometimes we get wipes. We want them together. Other things, we have to feed all the kiddos as well. So we ask for different snack packs, healthy snacks, juice boxes, things for the kids to be able to do outside. So we ask for things like hula hoops and basketballs and things of that nature, because we plan a lot of different camp activities on campus, and we call it Trailblazers, which is blazing a trail for my future. And we have programming that goes along with that. We need paints, things like that. So that's one thing that we really need, is a bunch of different supplies that go right to the kids. We have them make pinwheels is another one. I mean, every summer a kid needs a new tie-dye shirt. And so we ask for white t-shirts and we ask for the tie-dye kits, all of those different things. Wow. So that's part of it. And then the other thing that we have going on at the same time is that we're having something called Sponsor a Camper. We are sending 25 of our kids that are in our outreach program to camp this year. We've been doing our Camp Hope for, 5 years now, I think. And we're super excited. But what we do is we really try and set up the kids for success by having someone sponsor them, by getting them sheets and a sleeping bag, getting them towels, pool shoes if they need it. So there's a huge list out there as well. And it's going to be something that Ted's going to put in the comments as order to sponsor a camper. I think we already have 5 of the campers sponsored. And so we're definitely looking for 20 more people or an office to sponsor that camper. We probably will ask the camper to write home from camp and send something to the people who are sponsoring them, because they can talk about their camp experience.
Oh, that's
but that's another thing that we're doing that goes along with Cram the Van, is just really trying to get as many supplies as possible. Harbor House has received funding cuts from some of our federal funders. The kids program was one of the programs that we're really making sure that we're still providing quality services to the kids, but we're only able to do that with the help and the support of the community. And so that's what Cram the Van is all about. We do have a huge cargo van that we were able to purchase a few years ago. And that's the goal, is that we want to make sure that on this day, on April 13th, it's going to be from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., that we pack that full. And then the staff members that are there, that we fill their cars. And then the volunteers that are there, we fill their cars. We want it to be more than just that van.
Of course you do. I mean, it's amazing. 1,000 residents. Is that what you said?
Yep.
That's just, I mean, if anybody thinks that the problem is not still here, the problem is absolutely still here, and it's in your backyard. And so that's why I love all of the work that Michelle and her team do at Harbor House. It makes a difference. It's life-changing, and it's life-changing for the positive, and that's what I absolutely love. And for some people, it's a matter of life or death that they get to Harbor House. And so it's just so absolutely beautiful what you all do, Michelle. You know how much I love Harbor House. All right, one more time, tell them the 2 dates and then tell them the best way they can find out more.
Perfect. The best way you can find out more is checking out our social media. So going to Facebook would be a really good place for you to go. Going to our website and looking on there and looking at events. That's where you can find the information. But we have 2 different events coming up. We have It Takes Courage, which is our door hanging event. This is going to be on March 23rd, 8 a.m. over at the Mall of Millennia. That's where we're going to have the volunteers meet up with law enforcement. Law enforcement is going to help escort people to different apartment complexes in the Orange County area. A lot of them are right around Mall of Millennia and do flyers on the doors to get the life-saving information for our crisis line out there to individual. And this works. I can't tell you how many, we've been doing it for years, and afterwards we definitely get an increase in calls. And there are survivors that have lived with us that said that they found out about Harbor House because of this. Amazing. And that changed their life. And so this flyer is absolutely life-saving. And the other event that we have is going to be on April 13th. It is a Saturday. It's going to be our downtown location right off of Colonial Drive. And that is our Cram the Van. And that is to make sure that we have amazing activities and the supplies that we need for the kids that will be living with us over the summer. And it's going to be, like I said, everything from paints and craft stuff to diapers and wipes to sippy cups to kid plateware and stuff that and juice boxes, like anything you can think of that you stock up on for your kids over the summer. We want to make sure that we're doing the same thing. And the activities are so very important inside of the shelter, outside, because if we have a rainy day in the summer, then we definitely have all the kids inside. So we're doing lots of different like round robin activities with them. And one of my favorite things is, when we have a lot of kids, watching them, I hear them play basketball outside of my window, which is amazing. Hearing them laugh as they're swinging on the swings, because we do want to make sure that the kids have an opportunity to be kids and have activities to do while they're still living in an emergency shelter. Because it's not fun fleeing and being with your mom or being with your dad in the shelter, but to know that there's stuff that you can do and that there's a community that's there to help and support you as your family's going through this is super important. And Cram the Van is about getting those things that are specifically for the kids so that they are able to do things over the summer while they're all out of school. Books are another really good one.
Books. And we'll put the links in the comments below, but March 23rd, this Saturday, is It Takes Courage. And then April 13th is Cram the Van. And I'll put all of the details there in the comments section below. And if you need more information about It Takes Courage, it's info@harborhousefl.com. Reach out to Courtney. Thank you so much, Michelle. I love and appreciate you. I love what your team does, everything that you guys do, and provide safety and hope for survivors. And it's just such a blessing.
Thank you so much, Ted. And thank you for helping spread all of the awareness and all of the love to everybody, because it definitely makes a difference.
You're welcome. All right, y'all, get involved, get out, reach out, click on those links I'm going to provide down below and get involved and help your community out. Thanks, Michelle.